Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Ed. Today we're going to be talking about Xela technologies. Haven't done that in a while, but today we're bringing new due diligence updates, technical analysis, and what we can anticipate from this one in the next few days or weeks. So my last video is in the description below. This one serves multiple different industries, including education, healthcare, legal, insurance, high tech, life science, manufacturing, travel and hospitality, telecommunication. So Xela, they say they are a global leader in business process automation, and we're constantly refining our technology and developing ideas to better serve our 4,000 and more customers in more than 50 countries. We connect clashing systems, upgrade inefficient processes, and provide customized insight you need to evaluate or elevate your organization. So they have different products such as Dry Sign, which is everyday signing made easy, Digital Mailroom, which is streamlining mailing delivery process, and revolutionizing human resources management under Xela HR solution. This is a larger set of all the solutions they do have, including AR automation, big digital analytics, fulfillment, and much more. Now, moving on towards the latest news that they do have. Now, one of the latest news, one that we had yesterday, including them announcing offer for senior notes, secured term loans, and secured notes. So that's really nothing that would impact this company massively in a sense or radically, just kind of normal day-to-day kind of business things. Previous ones as well, including Xela Technologies announcing new DMR relationships with one of the largest franchisers in the world. And Xela Technologies reports continuous strong growth in DMR and Dry Sign. Xela renews contract with leading health organizations for payments and claim processing utilizing cloud-based PCH Global. And Xela Technology broadens support of a large federal agencies with output communication services. And Xela Technologies expand relationship with a leading health maintenance organization. Now there's others as well. This is only just in the last 2 weeks of October. Xela Technologies expands relationship with a large multinational insurer in France. And Xela Technology announces shareholder connect to further engage with investors base. So this is just in October. And you're able to see that they are quite active when it comes to PRs. They do have quite of a good region. Now, the last offering was actually at $150 million at the market offering. So this wasn't at a specific price point, but at the market offering. It did dip the price point, but nonetheless, you're able to see it is a major part of their funding process. Now, some of their latest updates for investments highlights in the last quarter. Xela is a leader in business process management solutions globally. Large market opportunities with TAM of over $207 billion in BPMS, along with a significant incremental growth opportunities in the SMB markets. Xela has a deep and wide moat with numerous patents and extensive investments in technology poised to further expand automation. Automation is led by neural networks, intelligent documents, data processing, and expanded cloud usage. Experienced management team with decades of industry and experience and proven track record with long tenured blue chip customers and a global footprint. So they have more than 4,000 customers across 14 industry verticals, and around more than 60 of the Fortune 100 partnered with Xela. You're able to see as well, Xela is a part of the critical supply chain infrastructure in multiple countries. In the United States, where the population was around 328 million, Xela serves around 200 million insured, top 5 healthcare payers, and 20 million veterans in the top 10 banks, IRS payments, and departments of revenues, just to name a few. Now, a quick thing to take a look at is Xela's fundamentals. When it comes into last year's price over sales, they're around 0.2, which is extremely undervalued compared to the SP 500 average and just the market averages in general. Now, when we're looking into other things like institutional buyers, we're able as well to see that there has been some activity in the last few days or so. Cutler Group, for instance, added around almost 32,600 shares on the 26th, and you see some activity as well, such as Total tactical management adding around almost 18,000. Some liquidations such as the one from Parallel Advisors as well. And there is a lot of activity for this one in the last 3 months. Now, before moving on forward, if you would like to see more contents like this, make sure to smash the subscribe button, leave notifications on for this channel. There's a bell button here on the right. And don't forget to drop a like if you've actually enjoyed this video. Now, another thing we're taking a look at here is insider ownership. So insider ownership is around 43% of the entire flow. Now, yes, there has been a tad of liquidation in the last 90 days, but that only represents around 0.2% of the entire flow, so it's not significant at all. This is kind of a day-to-day selling of operations. Now, short interest ratio shows around 0.25 days to cover. Around 1/3 of all shares being traded is going towards the short selling side, but the short borrow fee rate is incredibly small for this one, and there's not a lot of short selling activity as it appears from here. In terms of the flow interest, that seems to be around 13% for the short interest. Finviz doesn't show you much on here, but nonetheless, it really looks like it's a small amount. Let's move on now towards technical analysis and discuss the action further. From a technical analysis perspective, we're seeing some critical things that are happening. Now, the price point really skyrocketed back on the 25th of October, really nice move, and then dipped a little. We've seen a bit of a push today, around 10% on its highest, and that's a good thing. Now, on the 80X that you're seeing is that this is a tug of war that is really starting to look like a trend. Around 30.08, it's starting to form a strong trend. It is a trend currently, a positive one that is. In terms of willing percent R, which is very similar to the relative strength index, this one is neither overbought or oversold, but it's very close to the oversold part, suggesting a lot more selling activities than we would like. Momentum is actually climbing up at 0.14. It's suggesting that the stock is currently forming in a stronger momentum. The MACD here is stabilized a little. It's suggesting that we might actually get a continuation of this positive move. It tried to go towards a negative reversal, but it kind of got stabilized with this bullish kicker, and that's another good thing that we're seeing. Stochastic fast and stochastic slow, for majority of them, are suggesting that this might be a good time to buy if it's a support, and it is at a support in general. And you're seeing that it suggests that there is or might be another leg up for this one. In terms of the moving average bands, now we're seeing that this one is expected to trade between 191 and 156, and the Bollinger Bands are 204 and 143. In terms of the Fibonacci retracements, we're able to see that there's a significant resistance at the 279 level. Above there, 375, 453, 530, and 641. The support levels is at 123 on the Fibonacci retracements. But if we were to go ahead with just price line actions, we're able to see there is a critical resistance at the 182. It needs to break it and then hit the 196 cents, $1.96, and then 215. Above there, 270, and then going up to 311, and then 338, and then jumping quite a bit to 402, and then up to 512, and then to 553, 612, 782. Now, supports. We're seeing a very strong one at the 171. Below there, we're seeing one at 157, and then 149, going down to 138 and 123. Comes to the question to Ed, what do you think is happening here? Now, since we made a video last, was basically around in August, this one has seen a really strong negative trend in general. Now, this negative trend needs to break, and at what point will it break? Well, we're anticipating that it would break sometime above the 221. Now, previously, it was around this height here. This is the top. So for it to ultimately break this trend, it would be around the 298. But if we were to decrease the size of this trend, we were able to see that the top of this trend at this current moment is above 250. But previously, we've broken this kind of downward trend, and it's suggesting that there is some possibility that this one would start its own bullish trend. Now, all it needs to do is staying above 175 and not below there, and to try to break the 212. If it breaks the 212, 220, we're officially in a bullish trend. Now, I do anticipate that this stock at some point will see its bounce and start bouncing back. As you get to see, it's a similar trend that we've previously seen, and it's only about time where it sees a really nice day. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.